Levi, Levi, what do you think of this barbecue chicken?
I like it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I put Levi in, well, for me too, but just some chicken, some Sweet Baby Ray's, a little bit of seasoning on top. Okay, that's just cook and stick it in a Ziploc bag and eat on it a day or two when we want something to eat. But this, I seen on a TikTok, or a reel or something. I don't really do TikToks, but anyway, it is mushrooms, chicken. No, that's a boneless chicken. Mushrooms, chicken. I didn't do a full pot. This is just like a meal for me, like 2 meals. Anyway, so the chicken will cook down. There's mushrooms in there, half of a box of mushrooms, or a whatever that, thing out of the deli. A half a block of cream cheese, and that is Italian dressing, but about a half a bottle. So I put that on slow cook on high for 3 hours, because that's boneless, skinless chicken, so it shouldn't even take that long. And then I'll cook some noodles, just a little handful of noodles, and have me a couple of meals with that. So I can't wait to try that. Anyway, that's what and now I'm fixing to, hold on. So what I was fixing to say was, I think I'm fixing to decorate for fall in the house. We got up this morning, we got dressed, we left the house at a little after 8. The Quest, I see at the doctor's office that me and Levi use, there's a Quest in the doctor's office. Well, I mean, you go in the same doors, but it's off to the side. Anyway, I know for a fact that the last time I went to the doctor, the last time we went, he said, "I'm not seeing your blood work here." And I said, "I'm so sorry, we forgot. I forgot all about it." And then it was all of a sudden time to did the same thing this time. So he said, "Well, you need to get that done." Well, usually when we get there, you give the date of birth, and you got orders for blood work, it pops up on our screen. So I didn't call or anything. I just assumed, since he told me you need to get it done, that it would be in. Anyway, I gave her my birth date. It didn't anything show up. She goes, "Let me try under your name." So she put in my name. Nothing popped up. And she goes, "Yeah, I'm not seeing any orders for blood work." And so I said, "Well, try Levi." And I told her Levi's date of birth, and nothing came up for him either. So we didn't do blood work. So I don't know. Anyway, but we left there. We went and picked up groceries. I got gas, and then we came home. We got kolaches, jalapeno kolaches, and then we came home. So I just told him that he don't think he is, but he took garbage out when we got home, so I could put away the groceries. And then my house is clean. There's a few groceries on the table back there that I still need to put away, things that aren't cold. But this room was clean. My bedroom is clean, bed made, all that stuff. His room is clean. We really haven't. He's been pretty good this week. I mean, normally things get pretty strode around here. And, I work really hard to get Sundays nice and clean for people to show up when it's my turn to cook. But normally by Monday or Tuesday, I'm already fighting to get the house into some kind of order, because he's got paper, he's got pens, he's got trash that the fan has blown to the floor, and orange peel, all this different stuff. And I've already gotten all of that. I cleaned that last night before I went to bed. So I'm thinking, since it's rainy, and it's rainy, I was hoping it wasn't going to be rainy today, but it is. I was thinking that since the house is clean, it's a perfect time to pull out the fall and get the house done. Even if I don't do the front porch right away, because I've got the siding that's going in my bed. Okay, Rohan and Smeagol are fighting. I think is that Rohan or is that little girl cat? Little girl.
That's a really cool cat.
Little girl's in the house. She must have come in when Levi came in. So anyway, what I was thinking was, since it's raining and on my front porch is stacked the leftover, what's left of the siding that's going in my bedroom, I don't really want to work out there with rain blowing in on me and just getting wet as I move around and stuff. I don't really want to do that. So I got to thinking, the house is clean, I might as well do the house. And then maybe at the beginning of next week, when it's the rain has moved out and it's a little cooler, going in and out, you know, bringing this stuff in, go measure in and cut, bring it in, go back out, measure, cut, bring it in. They won't be bothering the door so much being open back and forth and all that kind of good stuff. Then I can work on that one wall. I only have enough lumber for the one wall, I think. Well, I've got enough for two. I don't have enough for two walls. I choose between one or the other. And I feel like I want to do the one with the closet on it. But there's more to consider with the closet, because I kind of feel I'm going to have a lot of waste. With what lumber I have, I feel like I'm going to be wasting a lot working on the closet. Maybe I won't. Anyway, I know it's going to be a little bit more difficult than, I mean, that was a wall that I went straight up and didn't have to make any, just cut the length off and went straight up. When I get to the closet wall, I've got to have some new trim, because I'm not going to use that same 1x3 trim. I want to go with 1x4 trim that matches the window trim. The window is trimmed out in 1x4s. So I want to get a few 1x4s and trim out the closet, just, you know, just up and across the top. And then from there, all that other trim, which is still there, needs to all come down. And I think I'm going to screw the doors on instead of trying to do that, the little carved out piece, like routed out for the hinge. I think I'm just going to get really cute, pretty decorative black hinges that'll pop off that white and of the trim, and just hook the hinges straight to the door and to the trim. None of that up inside. Like it'll be a hinge that you see on the outside, like really pretty decorative, maybe butterfly hinges or something. I think that'd be pretty. Anyway, and then I won't have to make any of those little mortise cuts and router out stuff. It'll go a lot faster. It'll go up a lot faster. And then there's that indention that is part of that indention is, okay, that whole wall was closet. When I got the house, that whole daggone wall, from the door all the way to the wall, from the door going in the bedroom all the way to the wall, was closet. And they were big closets. And there was just two big doors, sliders. And so when I needed to put the clawfoot tub, the bathtub in the mobile home was a small tub. It wasn't big like normal. Go to Home Depot and buy a bathtub. It was made small. So when I decided to redo the bathroom and put the clawfoot tub in, I needed space from that closet. So we have that indention. That was all that was left of the space I didn't take. And it was actually perfect for the dresser. When I had a dresser in there, I pushed it all up in there, and then when I trimmed around the top of the dresser, it looked like a built-in. Now it's just an indention with nothing in it. I've got a chair sort of sitting up in that indention, one of my antique chair that I really don't want to get rid of, and I'm like, well, where can I put it? And I thought, well, it can sort of go up in that indention. It's still going to sit out into the room a little bit, but it looks like it's out of the way. So I don't really have anything to put there. I was thinking about putting a trunk there for his stuffies, and then I'm thinking, do I want to build a trunk? So he just has a trunk that slides under his bed, and comes back out from under his bed with all of his stuffies in it. Anyway, so I can't really work in that room right now. I don't want to go in and out in the rain, even on the porch. I don't want to be out, you know, in the damp, cutting and coming in. And so I think I'm just going to do the house. So I will take all along as I pull that stuff out. And I can smell that cooking in there. It smells really good. Alright, I've put my noodles in. I boiled up my noodles. Put them in so you can see mushrooms, pieces of chicken. The smell in this house is wonderful. Although the smell in this house smells like this along with barbecue chicken for him. But here's my plate. Just one piece of garlic bread. And I'm not having a vegetable. This is my lunch. Actually, this is kind of lunch and dinner, so that probably what's left in there will be for tomorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna sit right here, go wash Katie's bottle in a minute, and I'm going to have this delicious lunch. So, just to recap, this was, besides the noodles were cooked separately, and I didn't have like bow ties and all that kind of fancy stuff. I had some shells. I actually had some egg noodles too. I could have done egg noodles. But this is Olive Garden's Italian dressing. It's half a bottle. This was 2 boneless, skinless thighs, but I went ahead and cut them so they would be a little easier to, cook a little faster. Half a block of cream cheese and half a container of sliced fresh mushrooms from the deli. And now I've sprinkled on the top some Parmesan cheese. So I can tell you now that I've already tried, hold on one second. So I tried a couple of mushrooms. They were so good. Like, just reached in and got one with my fork. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I would like to get a piece of chicken and a mushroom and a noodle. I think I have it on this little bite right here. Oh, guys. A few months back, I made something else that it was it wasn't Italian. It was like the Olive Garden garlic. Maybe it was Parmesan. I can't remember now. It was a chicken. It was a chicken dish. It was basically, it didn't have a mushroom in it. You still ate it on a noodle. This has a different flavor. It's got a creamy, I don't remember if I used cream cheese in the other one, but this one I did. I'll have to go back and look at my recipe for the other one that I made. Everybody liked it. I thought, as good as it was exceptionally garlicky. This has I think Olive Garden, just their things tend to have a high garlicky taste, but still the cream cheese just makes it creamy. And I mean, I love mushrooms, so this is really really, really good. So I would say I put a little Parmesan cheese on top. Not the powder kind. I got the actual from the refrigerated section Parmesan cheese. It's really good, guys. So try it. All right, I'm gonna go. Levi, you were happy with your barbecue?
Yeah.
We have a big old bowl with the lid on it of the rest of the chicken, so that's what we'll eat on for the next couple of days. Well, he tends to eat if he doesn't have a side. Now, normally today he didn't have a side. He just had the chicken. But if I make a vegetable, he'll have 3 or 4. So the family size tray of thighs doesn't go very far when a kid will eat 3 or 4 thighs at one time. But, you know, he's a big guy. And at least the meat doesn't have any carbs in it. So I don't know what to say about that. I'm just, you know. But normally we have a vegetable on the side of whatever meal I make. All right. Love you guys. God bless y'all. Try this. Barbecue chicken. There's nothing about barbecue chicken that's fancy. I am a Sweet Baby Ray's girl. I love Sweet Baby Ray's. I use the honey barbecue. Sometimes I'll take the honey and mix it with the, it's like a bourbon. It's some kind of it says it in the name. I can't remember which one it is. But I'll mix those two together. But I salt and pepper. I even put, even though it's my chicken and it's barbecue, I will sprinkle sometimes that Uncle Chris's steak seasoning on it, or I also use just chicken fajita seasoning. But I sprinkle that on there and get it all coated, salt and pepper and that whatever seasoning. Then I put it in I spray my pan. Sometimes I put foil down because it's a lot easier. And this time I didn't do it, so I'm going to be doing a whole lot of soaking on this one, even though it was sprayed. But about 20 minutes before it's done, or what I would consider when it hits that internal temperature of 165, which I actually usually go with about 170 on my chicken on the internal temperature. But when it hits that, you know, that pan, if you're doing it in the oven, because I didn't do it outside, it's rainy and nasty, and I didn't want to be out there in the rain. That was full of liquid, you know, because your chicken boils out. I mean, it cooks out, so you get a lot of liquid floating around. I took all my pieces and I laid them in a plate. Now, this is, you don't have to do this, but I do this. I took all my pieces, laid them in a plate, and then I dumped out that juice, all that juice that they'd been cooking in, because they're basically done. They've only got 15 or 20 minutes left to cook. Then I laid them on the other side, so they were cooking and their tops are all like glazed with the sauce. I flip them on the bottoms, or lay them on their tops so their bottoms up, and that's what's been in that juice all this time. Usually that is about to fall apart anyway because they're cooked. But then I put some more barbecue sauce on them. I'd have a little brush, I brush it all in. Then I stick them back in the oven for those last few minutes, and they come out just, I think, really, really good. So, barbecue chicken, if you have a family and you have a couple, I knew that Levi's not going to eat this, but I knew I would like this, and I was even thinking that later I'm going to call Mom down because she would love this too, so she wants to have a little bowl. But he'll eat barbecue all day long, and I love barbecue chicken too, but I just wanted something a little different, so I did this. So 2 chicken meals, guys, right here. All right, love you guys. God bless y'all. Levi, want to say goodbye?
No.
All right, and I think, okay, I'll call G later. I looked forever because I bought 2 quilts. No, I bought 2 throws when me and Mom went to At Home. And At Home has been a couple of different things. Well, I don't know if they all are like that, but I know where Garden Ridge, I don't even know if there's Garden Ridges anymore in the world, you know, or in the United States or wherever. But we used to love Garden Ridge. And Humble finally got a Garden Ridge. When we used to go to Garden Ridge, and I know that you guys, some of y'all that live somewhere else aren't going to know what I'm talking about. But the only Garden Ridge that was close to us, and it was a 45-minute drive for us to get if we ever wanted to go to Garden Ridge. So it was like a day trip. We would leave that morning, we'd get there, and it was big. It was so big. It was a gigantic building with small specialty stores inside it. Finally, Humble got one. It was smaller than the one that we used to go to, but they got one. And then finally, Garden Ridge just closed down completely. And I think that building was something else before it was At Home. I can't remember what it was called. Maybe it went straight from being Garden Ridge to At Home, but it's called At Home now. And it's not individual little stores. It's just like a big It's like a big. They don't have clothes and stuff like that. So you're not gonna get that like, you know, Ross or somewhere like that, Marshalls. You're not gonna get that. But everything else Ross and Marshalls has, you know, all the housewares, rugs, furniture. It's like specialty furniture. You're not going to usually see it anywhere else. It's not really usually real wood, but pretty cool looking things. And room size rugs and smaller rugs and curtains and quilts and comforters. And then you go to housewares, like things for your kitchen, all different kinds of things. Then you can go, they have Christmas and like decor like you see at Hobby Lobby. So me and Mom were there not that long ago. I can't remember what she wanted to go there for something specific, but I found 2 fall blankets, and they didn't have but 2 in the pattern that I liked. And I'm always buying blankets. Like, I have fall blankets for the backs of my chairs. I don't know what made me think I'm just going to be happy with these 2 blankets. But look what me and Levi do now. Levi has a bed in my room. I haven't showed y'all my room. I haven't really showed anything about my room yet because there's a lot of people out there that don't have any idea. A lot of people that watch my channel that have absolutely no idea about how to raise or raise an autistic child or live with a grown autistic child. And I had so many, put him in his room, make him stay in his room, just kind of really negative. And I didn't block those people, or I'm just thinking they just don't know. They have these people that are saying these negative things, don't allow him in your room. You have to, I get it. Everybody wants a space of their own, this, that, and the other. I would love to have my bedroom, just my bedroom, but I can make him a bed in his room. I can say, you're going to sleep in your room from now on, and take a bed out of my room and not have nothing in there. And if he even makes it one night, I would be surprised. But at some point, he's going to come into my room, and I'm going to have to get up, wake up, throw quilts down so he can have a bed on the floor. And it's like, why did I even do that? It's not going to work. So we have matching beds in my room. My room is used for sleeping. His room is, he's got a TV, he's got his paper, and he's got 2 chairs now in there. And he could sleep in his room. He's got that sleep chair in there. He keeps saying it. He don't want to sleep in his room. And he can sit in his room, but he don't want to sleep in there. I know, baby. So at the same time that I know that he's happy and content and will, for the most part, sleep almost through the night when he's in my room. When he's in his own room, he gets up and he does things that he wouldn't do, and I think it's because he's not content and at ease in his own room. And I don't know why that is. Nothing's ever happened to him. Nothing has ever happened to him. There's no reason for him to be afraid of his own room or something traumatic happened to him. Nothing has ever happened. But there's something in his mind that when he's in Mama's room, he'll sleep pretty much through the night. Now, yeah, he may get up way earlier than me. He may get up at 5 when I usually get up at 7. But it's way better than up at 1, up at 3, up at 4, and to the point that you're finally, you know, and I don't sleep good when I know he's milling around. So it all has to, you know, you just have to find what works for you. This works for me. You know, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch my channel. If you think that I'm not a good person and I shouldn't do that and whatever, you don't have to watch my channel. You're not going to hurt my feelings because some people just don't get it. You just flat out don't get it. But, anyway, I haven't showed my room specifically because of that, because I didn't want to see the negative or hear the negative about, well, I can't believe you just completely basically made a room for him too. You know, he's not just a guest in your room now, this is his bedroom too. I can't help it. That's just the way, that's the way it is. That's the way it works best for me and him. So at some point I'll show y'all the room. But what I was saying is I bought these 2 blankets, and it just, I was like, I don't know why I wanted them. They were so pretty. They were just like what I wanted. I wasn't even there for throws for fall or anything, but they were there, and it was only 2. So it really wasn't enough to do the seating, the backs of the chairs in my room. I don't really know what I thought. Maybe I thought they would just be the blankets we used to cover with when we're watching TV. You know, that throw blanket you grab when you're watching TV. But it's worked out perfect now because they can be the throws that lay at the foot of our beds for fall. So anyway, all right. I will hear the rain coming down again. I don't know when this rain's gonna let up. All right, I love you guys. I know I've done said it once or twice and was finishing and then started again. But I love y'all. I'll see you later. God bless you. Katie, I'm trying to do a video.